open the notebook on who's in, who's out, injury-wise. Starting with T. Higgins. What do you got for me here? Is he going to be available for Joe Burrow come Sunday in Western New York?
T. Higgins is back for Cincinnati, cleared the concussion protocol. They're still 2 games back. They still have a winning record in the division. Mm-hmm. They're not completely out of it here, and this will be the first time that we've seen Joe Burrow with his full complements of receivers since the very beginning of this season. So that's big for them. You know, the Commanders at this point are essentially buried in terms of the playoff calculation, but Dan Quinn, right before we came on air, announced Jayden Daniels has cleared he'd been cleared by doctors for contact with that dislocated left elbow, so he's going to be out there on Sunday. The Commanders are not waving the white flag just yet. They're going to go up against the Minnesota team that we don't have a formal announcement yet from Kevin O'Connell, but I fully anticipate J.J. McCarthy is going to be out there and starting for the Vikings on Sunday, which, again, when we're talking about all these moving parts in the offseason, the Vikings are a team that's got big-time decisions to make in terms of the quarterback position as well. Justin Herbert seems to be trending the correct direction, was limited in practice yesterday. The big thing, was 4 days ago that he had surgery on his left hand to stabilize a fracture. But it seems like his full intention is just they got to get the swelling out. That's the biggest thing. He wore the glove on it after the injury occurred last week. But, if anybody's going to play with that type of an injury, it's a guy who also, had a high ankle sprain. I think it was last year, had about 5 rolls of tape on it and somehow was out there playing through it. That's just Justin Herbert's mentality. It's one of the many reasons that Jim Harbaugh loves him.
So I know this is more than maybe a minute and a half, but that's all I've got. Is Lamar healthy? What's going on? Because he's not practicing fully all week. We know that might be the way for the rest of the season. Is there something up? We don't know because he just hasn't looked the same since coming back.
Short answer is no, he's not healthy. He's been on the injury report virtually the entire season. It was a hamstring that sidelined him for several games. He didn't come back quite as quickly as they were hoping on that. Then he pops up on the report with a knee injury, and then the following week gets an ankle. The reason he didn't practice yesterday, from my understanding, and I know Ian Rappaport put this out earlier, is he got stepped on. It was not like a major type of a thing. But you watch him play, and I'm not, going to profess to be an expert of the quarterback position, but he doesn't look quite the same. There was a next-gen stat that came out that Lamar has forced 0 missed tackles on designed runs this season. What's Lamar Jackson's calling card? It's the run ability, and it's not just the design stuff, but the scrambling stuff. We all know some of those stats about he's has the highest passer rating or one of the highest passer ratings of anybody in NFL history. A big part of that is driven by he sees different looks on the back end because everyone is scared of him running. When you lose the Lamar run threat, even though he's still a threat, but if you lose that absolute elite elusiveness, it has a trickle-down effect on how defenses play him here. We'll see, can he get healthier as this season goes on? There have been a bunch of seasons where we've seen Lamar kind of get, worn down a little bit here. I've got no question that he's, pending the final injury report, that he's going to be raring to go. He was back on the practice field today. But, both the injury report and my eyes would tell me this is not quite 100% Lamar Jackson as they get set to go up against a Steelers defense that's got pretty much everything on the line this week.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.